Yeah, it sounds like you can easily become an alcoholic in Georgia.
You can try different wines every day.
So it's like a transportation card, but you use it to ride the elevator. Was it easy to find an apartment in Tbilisi?
And we chose Georgia. Worlds together.
Hi everyone, this is Ksenia and welcome to my Worlds Together. Here we talk about what life is like in different parts around the globe through the eyes of foreigners and those who were born there. Today I'm taking you to Georgia, the republic which is located on the coast of the Black Sea, the country which is famous for its sea resorts, cultural heritage, wine, friendly people, and the list goes on and on and on. Every year, tens of thousands of tourists travel to the country to spend their vacation. However, have you ever thought what it's like for a foreigner to live there? We're about to find out. My friend and a former student of mine is going to share her experience living there. Please give a warm welcome to Elizabeth. Hi!
Hi, thanks for having me here.
It's such a pleasure. Thanks for finding the time to talk. So, where did you live in Georgia?
I lived in Tbilisi. It's a capital of Georgia, and I lived in the um, district named Saburtala. It's pretty common for immigrants to live there because it's average price and quality of living.
So, it's a popular place for people who immigrate to Georgia to live.
Yeah,
So, it was Tbilisi, and you lived in the district of
Saburtalo.
Saportavo.
Saburtalo.
Saburtalo.
Yep.
I completely mispronounced it. How did you end up there? How did you end up in Tbilisi?
Right before that, we lived in St. Petersburg, and my husband desperately wanted to change his job, and he found it pretty soon. And only for a month, he got a job offer, and we've got a list for countries we can choose for moving, and we chose Georgia. So there were 5 countries in that list.
Do you remember any of them?
Yes, I remember. It was Kazakhstan, Turkey, um, Serbia, Georgia, and Cyprus, maybe.
Wow,
Oh, Armenia. Hmm.
that's a
Armenia.
very nice list of countries. At the very least, all of them are warm. Okay, so you chose Georgia
Yep.
and you started preparing to move there. Was it easy to rent an apartment in Tbilisi? Wait, let me rephrase my question. Was it easy to find an apartment in Tbilisi?
For us, it was easy peasy to find. It was we had a lot of friends who moved there before us, and we just asked for help. Some of them, and I accidentally saw an Instagram post about when someone's
Apartments for rent.
no.
Not like that?
Just some of my friends who live there made a repost of his friend's story. Like we are going to move, mm, we can take our apartment to somewhere else, and it was so lucky chance to do that, and we had an apartment before we moved to Georgia. It was great, and also we had a chance to pay for this apartment before we moved to Georgia, so we knew where exactly we are going to live.
in this story, everyone was happy, right? You were happy that you rented an apartment even before you moved to the country. And the owner of the apartment was also happy because they received the payment even before you moved to the country. And
Exactly.
the friends of your friends were also happy, right? Because they could find somebody else to live in this apartment, to rent it.
Yes, exactly. Because there is some important point in renting apartment in Georgia. You should pay for first month and for the last one, for the 12th month. And also you can fill you can sign a contract for a year, for example, and if you wanna move earlier, you cannot get a refund, you know. But if you find someone who are going to rent this apartment right after you can reach an agreement with this person, and this way you can't get a refund for living, you know. So that person was lucky too, really.
Like I said, everyone was happy, right?
Yes,
In this
yes.
story. Um, in my mind, looking for a place to live, preferably a permanent one, is one of the hardest things to pull off. I'm talking from my personal experience because I've moved a couple of times, and each and every time it was a real pain in the neck, especially if you are doing it remotely, because there is always a thousand of things that might go south. You might get scammed, you might lose your money, you might end up on the streets. Well, if you think about it, uh, in Georgia, it's not the end of the world because at the very least, the climate is pleasant, right? And your
Hmm.
chances to survive are pretty high. I mean, if you look on the on the bright side. So sorry about that. That was sorry for this
If
detour,
you
right?
stay on the streets, you mean? If you...
Well, if you end up on the streets in Georgia, it's
Okay.
not the end of the world. Sorry for this detour. I think we can
Okay.
talk about how to survive on the streets
Mhm.
of Tbilisi on another show.
It's a freaking question too.
Uh, I should have included it into my interview. Anyways,
Definitely.
let's go back to the topic at hand.
Mhm.
What would your rental survival guide look like?
I've read um, a lot of what, like advices from other people, and I've made my own list. And though that apartment was adequate with money and that list, so that's
So
why
it
I
matched
agreed.
it ticked all the boxes on your list.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked previous who rental guys, previous
Tenants.
rental guys,
They are called tenants.
tenants.
Yes.
Okay, previous tenants about that, and they answered. So you should check about central heating radiators because
Wow, did not see that coming.
okay, so Georgia, it's a very warm country, but anyway, few months can be rough and pretty cold if you have no radiators in your apartment. But radiators cannot be there, you know, and you should check it. And if you have no some radiators there, you will have to heat your apartment with air conditioner, and your bills for electricity will be huge, you know, and the
Like through the roof.
electricity, Yes, and electricity there is pretty expensive, so you should check. And also, it's just pleasant to have some warm radiator uh, in your apartment anyway. Air
Hold on a
conditioner.
minute. Hold on a minute. So there are buildings in
Hmm.
Tbilisi which are not equipped with central, not central heating, with radiators. So there is no central heating basically, and you
Exactly.
have to buy heaters. Or use your air conditioner to
Hmm.
warm up your apartment. And this is
Exactly.
the thing that you have to check
Hmm.
before sign a contract.
Of course, if you are going to stay there for a long time, and especially if you have a kid, for example, you should, prevent situations like that before winter, at least. And some people do not think about it at all
I'm
because
one of
they
those people.
because they are going to rent it in summertime. And what radiators you mean? Of course, you don't think about it, but at winter it's turned on something horrible. Yes. So the second one is air conditioner, of course, and better too, because I know a lot of situation when, for example, you have only one air conditioner uh, in apartment, but it's not enough to have some fresh air in your bedroom, for example. So two air conditioners are great, are enough. Yes. But one and good looking, it's also good. So, some apartments can not having some air conditioner too, and but having a central heating, so you should check it too. Anyway, the third point is mold, especially if you are going to rent apartment in Batumi. It's a seaside city, so mold there, it's a real problem, huge problem. And in Tbilisi, you can meet it too, and you just should check it right after, right behind your furniture, for example, in the bathroom. So,
Pretty much everywhere. So it's not like you only need to
mhm,
check the bathroom, but you have
mhm.
to check each and every room for mold.
Yes, it also can be even in your wardrobe. I know a situation like that when you open your wardrobe and you feel this smell. Yes, yes. So and some um, unhonest landlords can hide some mold, behind some furniture, for example. So you should check it anyway.
Wow.
Also, the fourth point I have, it's bathroom is a privilege. So we had a bathroom, so we could handle with some non-comfortable things in our apartment in the end, but bathroom was great. It was big, and for our kid it was such a relief, and for us too. But I knew only maybe one person who have it too. I was going to take a rent for my bath, from my friends.
So showers are more popular in Georgia.
um, Shower and shower cabin, and also you can meet the sitting bath. Have you ever heard
Oh, these
about
are,
it?
yeah, I've seen a couple of times. So these are like really small baths. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that they are very popular in Japan because they have tiny, teeny apartments there and
Uh-huh,
they
uh-huh.
literally um, cannot have anything huge there because there is so little
Mm-hmm.
space. Yeah, I've seen those too.
Yes, someone met something like that in the Soviet Union times, so it's pretty everywhere, but you can meet it so rare now, and in Georgia it's still there. And you just sit there and take a shower, but by sitting. It's pretty comfortable actually.
Well, if you think about it, it is very comfortable, right? And so, sitting baths are trendy in Georgia. And if you are not into this trend, you have to double check your bathroom to make sure that you have a nice big bath.
Exactly. And also, there are plenty of apartments that um, don't have a bath or shower cabins at all. They have only this, shower curtain
Mm-hmm.
and these metal things in your
Mm-hmm.
floor for,
Where
for
the water goes in.
yes, where the water goes in, and that's all. And you sometimes it's just shower tool right up to your toilet, for example. If your bathroom is so small, there is situation like that. So it's awful, I suppose, but it can be. Yes, it exists. Um, it's everything that I could remember, but also maybe fifth point about Batumi. If you're going to rent apartment there, you should consider some hot seasons there because the rental price is going up and down during the year because of some hot season, and also some that landlords can, throw you out to the streets just because some tourists can give him more money,
Can pay a higher price.
Yes, and also out of the season, there are often nothing to do really. So less some nice museums or coffee shops or modern work companies, something like that. So it's just boring.
And not so much fun to be there.
Yes, so this is my list for now. This.
Let's go over it one more time, just
Mhm.
for our listeners,
Okay,
okay? So, think number
radiators.
one, radiators.
Hmm.
Think number two,
Air conditioner, at least maybe two of them.
okay, depending on the size of the apartment,
Hmm.
okay? Number
Mold,
three, okay,
maybe bathroom.
okay.
Bathroom is
You mean
pretty
a
great.
bath, right? A bath,
Bath.
right? Okay, and the last one?
Um, Consider season.
Mm-hmm. So, you may end up on the streets even if you have an apartment, right?
Yes,
because
yes.
because the landlord can throw you out if there is someone who is ready to pay a higher price.
Maybe not throw you out, but increase the price. And if you cannot pay this price, you should go away.
You get the hell out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, very useful, because these are some things that come with experience, something that you learn when you start doing it yourself, right? And as you said at the start, things so these are some things that some people going to Georgia may not consider, and later
Exactly.
it these things can bite them in the ass. They can backfire, right? Okay, that was very interesting. Let me take you back to the day when you just arrived in the country. Let's try to remember that day. What was the first thing that caught your eye back then?
We were so tired to notice some pretty climate or something like that, and also it was 6 a.m. in the morning, actually 5 or 5:30, and the only relief we had that landlord um, suggested taking us to the apartment. So it was a good landlord in the beginning, at least. Then,
There is more to this story, right?
of course, there is always more stories. So, landlord took us from the airport by his car, and then he took us to the restaurant. I remind you about 6 a.m. in the morning, so it's pretty dark, outside. There is no sun, there is no sunrise.
What month was that?
It was June, as I remember, maybe end of May, June, something like that. Yes, and uh, so it was dark still, and we went to the restaurant, and we didn't want to eat at all. But it was like.
Good manners.
Yes, it was good manners to say thank you for him for his kindness, and we ate all of these huge portions of food just because we wanted to say thank you for him. And he ordered half of the menu. Really, it was huge kebab. It was huge. Basket of bread and a huge basket of hinkalis. It's Georgian dumplings with different fillings. It was huge. Hachapuri, I
Cheese bread, right? Hachapuri
yes,
is cheese bread.
cheese bread exactly. So all the all the table was covered, full covered with food, and it was 6 a.m. Our daughter slept on my hands, and I didn't want to eat at all, and thanks God we could take something that left, like almost all of it, with us, and it was our food for 2 days. After that, it was pretty convenient
The guy,
actually.
the guy probably was not sure what you like, so that is why he
Mhm.
ordered everything he could see. Like, give me this, 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 and this, and also bring me
Yes,
this, right?
yes, and of course he totally paid for all of its food, so it was his gift for us. We arrived at their apartment, met some previous tenants, you said, and signed up some documents, mm, and uh, and then everyone is gone, and we left alone there. And it was pretty nice for the first looking, and it was a relief, really, that no one, no scam us.
So you
And
didn't get scammed.
yes, yes, and also I uh, I remember that I went to the balcony, and there was such an amazing view from it, from the 12th floor. We could saw all over the city um, in front of me, like from birds flying, you know. And that was great, and the sunrise started, and this great view. I almost cry, really.
Yeah, and now I want to move to Georgia and repeat this experience of yours because it sounds like a fairy tale.
You should be lucky enough to have the same story.
One of the reasons why some people may not be so thrilled to immigrate to another country is the discomfort that comes with it. Well, we all have our favorite food that we buy in our favorite stores. We drink our favorite wine brands in our favorite bars. And of course, it takes time to find what you really like. So it's not so easy to let go of the things you are used to. What are some things that took you by surprise in Georgia? I mean, foods, household objects that were used in your home country, but you couldn't find them in Georgia.
Actually, I cannot remember that we desperately desired something that we couldn't find at all. It was always something that could replace it. And also, Georgia is pretty close to Russia, so the Russian food, our common products, could be there in any stores, in any shopping center. So we could continue buying some, I don't know, cookies that we used to buy, and some tea or something, and it was just overpriced a little, and we pretty quickly stopped to buy some Russian food that we used to buy, because we had so many analogs in Georgian cousin that we wanted to try. And actually, it's often was more interesting to try. So you can find a lot of things you need uh, from Russia, for example, but it can be overpriced, and it's all.
Frequently asked questions. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, because you are our expert on Georgia today.
Okay.
Definitely not me. Question one: where would one go to have the best experience with Georgian wine?
Everywhere. In any store, you can get great Kinsmarauli for the really low price,
It's
and you
red
can
wine, red sweet
mhm,
wine.
red sweet or demi sweet,
Semi
semi
sweet.
sweet wine. Yes, and it's really great, uh, and it's cheaper than in Russia, for example, and you can buy it in any store you have. So you can try different wines every day, and it's not overpriced at all. Also, I heard about some boutiques, like wine boutiques, where you can, you know, pour pour wine for trying.
You mean pour
Pour, yes, pour any wine for trying.
before you
And
buy it.
yes, it's like, in Russia, for example, we have these special beer boutiques when you can, like, draft beer in your bottle, in an empty bottle, and the same thing with wine there, and you can you can drink a glass of it, or pour a bottle of it, plastic bottle. Yes, so it's pretty easy to drink a lot there. You
Really
should be
convenient.
convenient and pretty dangerous for your health.
Yeah, it sounds like you can easily become an alcoholic in Georgia. You
Really?
have so
Yes.
many kinds of wine and they are cheap and you can even try some before you buy it.
And every kind resident, Georgia resident, uh, you know, is hurry to drink with you something. For example, that's my home
They like to
wine.
party. They like to
I
party.
like you. I want I want you to try my whole wine, for example, or presented the bottle of his homemade wine to you just because he liked you. So it's really
Like I said, friendly people. In
Yes, a
Georgia,
lot.
people are very friendly. Good. Question 2. Can you get the medical care in the country if you aren't a citizen?
Yes, you can. You can just pay for that, and usually, actually, residents also pay for their medical care. So it does not matter resident you are not, if I remember correctly. So we just pay for everything, and it was more expensive that we used to pay for medical care, especially according to free medicine in Russia, for example. Of course, you pay for that with your taxes, but you don't notice how much exactly you pay for that. And here you should pay a lot for some, I don't know, common procedure, and it seems like a lot. And we have a kid, of course. Kid get you know get sick often, and we pay a lot of money for medical care there. But the medicine quality there, we liked. We liked.
Is it true that in older apartment blocks you have to pay to use the elevator?
Yes, it's true.
Probably this is how they encourage healthy lifestyle. You want to save your money? Use the stairs.
Exactly. Yes, it's true. We lived in a new building, so we had no problem like that. And I discussed it with my friends there, and some of them had elevator like that, and some of them paid from their own pockets, but some of them just got a special card, elevator card, and you can put it there in the elevator, and mm, this this payment up for the landlord. And it's not convenient when you are waiting for the guests. So anyway, you should meet them like on the first floor, and yes, it's not convenient.
Wow. So it's like a transportation card, but you use it to ride the elevator.
Yes, yes. But for example, in Russia, we pay for elevator too.
Yes, we do.
Uh, yes, but it's
For
just once.
maintenance. We pay for
Yes,
maintenance.
for maintenance, we pay it once a month, even if we live on the first floor. Even if we live on the basement floor, anyway, we should pay for that. And for example, in Serbia, the same situation. We pay for the elevator, even if we live on the basement. But there, they have no such payment, monthly payment, so they just pay for it only when they use it. Maybe it's even more convenient. What do you think?
Well, I honestly don't know because I don't know how much they pay to ride the elevator,
Not
right?
much,
And
not
not
much.
much. Okay, I'm not so good with the numbers, and I'm very bad at math, so I think you are asking the wrong person. But still, I think it's more convenient to pay just once a month and use it whenever you want. Because what if you don't have this card with you? What if you don't have any cash on you, right? How can you pay for it, right? So I think it's an interesting thing, but in my opinion, it is more convenient just to pay once a month and don't lose your sleep over it. Really.
Okay. It's just different. It's just different. And also, if you live on the first floor, for example, it's not your problem at all. You pay for nothing. You have nothing to pay at all. So maybe it's more convenient for those people who live on the first floor, for example, or second or third.
I
Not
bet
so
it
high.
is. I bet it is. Okay, I have this one more question. Does mama mean father in Georgian?
I suppose yes, but I really don't remember this because I live in the other country right now. In the we have our own weird words, but maybe yes, in Georgia it's the same.
Okay, if everyone knows the answer to these questions, please leave a comment. Thank you so much. Okay, the official language of Georgia is Georgian. Captain
Hmm.
Obvious in action.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know any phrases in it?
Yes, I still remember. I still remember some letters, and I even could read something simple um, about sentences. Arapris, it
What
means you
does that
welcome.
mean?
You
You're
welcome.
welcome. How
Yes.
do you say
For
that again?
Arapris.
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 Yes. It's like nothing to worry about. I mean,
Well, good.
yes, yes. Also, nachwam dies. Nachwam dies, it's like goodbye. Nachwam dies. Gamar joba, it's hello. So
Okay.
gamar joba, nachwam dies.
Gamar Jaba. I'm not sure that I said that, but I'm always eager to try new languages. So, is Georgian, in your opinion, is Georgian close to any languages?
No, no. I'm not multilingual person, but I don't know any language that would similar with Georgian, and also, they have some Latin letters. They can use Latin letters, but anyway, it's these are some unfamiliar words for you. You don't know what exactly does it mean. For example, arapris, but with Latin words. Do you know what does it mean? No. So it cannot help you to understand some mails you have, some SMS, and when you look at some titles, store titles, you don't know what is that. Is it store? Is it book store or fish store? I don't know. So nothing to catch with, it's nothing similar with that I know. So yes, it was hard.
Can you get by in Georgia using English only?
Yes, you can. There are a lot of people who speak in English, and also a lot of people who speak in Russian. So it was no difficulties to communicate with people at all. You just used something between it, um, or only Russian or only English. So it was great to communicate.
So let's now come back to Tbilisi, which is the country's capital. I'm going to say pairs of words. Let's
Hmm.
play this small little game.
Okay.
And you need to pick one word in each pair that best describes the city and explain your choice. And you can pick both if they fit. So here comes the first pair: historical, futuristic.
Historical, totally.
Why?
There are a lot of buildings that means a lot for historical, and also uh, there is can be a situation like some modern cafe um, that's surrounding by like ancient bricks, some castle walls, and that is really great. And also um, they have a lot of graffitis and street art, and it also looks like something ancient. You can see the history under the walls. That's great. Yes.
It's a
But
combination. It's a
it's a
combination of both.
combination. Mhm.
Okay. Vibrant or sleepy?
Uh, I would like to choose both, really, because it's definitely vibrant, because Georgian vibes are special, because you this city never sleep. I suppose I can say like that. So there is always a lot of lights, a lot of cars that move somewhere and beeping a lot. Like they like beeping just for fun, just to meet your neighbor in the next car, just beep beep all the time. A lot of people, a lot of sounds around you, and also there are a lot of districts where life is pretty slow, I suppose, with a slow tempo, and it's just the same, but on the minimals. And it's pretty sleepy, yes. Maybe you know that in Georgia they have a lot of street dogs or cats, so a lot of
I've heard
animals.
about it. A lot of
Mhm.
stray
Even
animals.
turtles. Even
Even
tur-
turtles.
even turtles, yes.
Have ne-
So you,
have never seen have never seen a stray turtle in my life.
it's wild.
No, I mean that it can chase you and bite you, and there is a chance you may not get away from it. Like, oh god, turtle! It's a turtle! It's running after me! Call the police!
Yes.
Oh,
So
not
you
the police, animal control.
animal control, yes. So you can meet a lot of animals, and it seems like this city is always in moving, because of these animals and animal sounds, like barking. Dogs are barking all the time, yes, and they hate some delivery service people, and barking because of that often, and oh, yes, pretty noisy.
Yeah, I got that. I got that vibe. Compact or sprawling?
Compact, I suppose. But you know, compact, according to some country capitals that I have been before. But anyway, uh, it's wide. Anyway, it's wide but still compact. I can I don't know how should I explain that.
So it's easy to get around the city.
It's pretty easy. But anyway, there are some far districts that difficult to reach. But anyway, it is nothing similar with, for example, St. Petersburg or Moscow that is really huge. I even cannot imagine how big it is. And Tbilisi, it's not a big city according to that.
Reasonable or expensive?
Oh, it depends again. If you wanna, continue living your previous life, and you choose some, for example, Russian food or some really rare and expensive things like caviar, or I don't know. Of course, you will pay a lot for that, and but if you choose some simple food and some common shops and stores, you can pay common price. It can be even cheaper, for example, than Moscow. But the prices, um, the prices always increased. during our living there, and it was not comfortable to understand that we paid low twice lower, half a year before for some simple food basket. So
So there
yes,
is one problem with the prices, so they always change.
always change. Yes, it depends on different situations. And Georgia, it's like a hub, I suppose, in middle. In the middle of different countries that sell with each other, and also they have their own situations inside the country that can affect prices increasing. So yes, it's always different, and also you can choose, for example, homemade products. There are a lot of stores like farmers stores, homemade products. If you choose them, it's always cheaper than in the stores, for example, but delicious anyway.
Okay. Dangerous or safe?
Safe. Uh, I felt safe about policy officers. They were so kind. You, they could ask for pet your dog or cat, for example. They could help you with the road, with the map, and just just laugh a lot about something with you. So it was pretty nice. Also, um, with no reason, I felt safe about thieves. Maybe because I did not go to the some maybe dangerous far district, poor district. But I wasn't afraid that I can be
Robbed.
robbed. Yes, yes, and yes, it's safe. It's safe, and like positive vibes you can have there, and uh, you are going to be more relaxed there, more nice with people, smiling a lot without no reason, just because it's pretty pleasant to live there.
Good to hear that. What are some places everyone coming to the city should visit?
It's a tricky question because I don't remember really maybe names of these special places, but uh, you can see nice places all over the city because it's ancient, it's interesting, it has cultural big meaning, and it has a lot of museums that you can meet, and I just cannot remember names, exactly names of these museums or places, but uh, I remember a lot of delicious food everywhere. That's all.
Well, after all, this is why so many people, one of the reasons why people go to Georgia to try their delicious food. But at the same time, um, uh, the capital city is so old that there is something interesting to see at each and every corner. You can just walk around the city, and 100% you will find something interesting to look at
Hmm.
and to learn
Because
about.
Tbilisi has an old part where are a lot of old ancient buildings, and people still live there, and it's really great to see this contrast with the city center, for example. And also there are a lot of interesting churches, and um, even if you are atheist as I am, it's interesting to see These cultural differences between us and anyway is beautiful. It's beautiful. Also, also, if we talk about Georgia in general, for example, Kaheti, it's a great place to visit. Also, botanical garden in Tbilisi is great, and in Batumi is more great. I have not been in Batumi's botanical garden, but I heard it's great. It's necessary to visit it, definitely.
Hot seat questions.
Okay,
Summer or winter?
the summer.
Henkali or Hachapuri?
Both.
Both. Agree. Getting around Tbilisi by taxi or by bus?
Both. Taxi is not expensive there. You can choose it wherever you want, and the bus is easy to reach somewhere. It's comfortable. It's with air conditioner and with some USB ports, USB hub, and it's really comfortable to use both of the transports. Yeah.
Do they have the Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Nice.
Some of the buses, are modern enough for that.
Not all of them are equipped with the Wi-Fi.
As I remember, yes, but mostly buses are really comfortable.
The sea or the mountains?
Both. I cannot choose really.
Okay. Wine or cha-cha?
Definitely wine. I don't like some strong beverages. Wine is great.
Okay, good. Awesome. It's been such a real pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for finding the time to take part in this show. It was so interesting, and I hope that I will see you here again.
I hope that too. I still have plenty of stories about Georgia and different countries, Serbia, for example. I it seems like Georgia's story is not over because I have a big desire to come back there someday and visit it again and eat the delicious food and see all these mountains. I miss mountains a lot because here in Serbia it's pretty flat, pretty
Well, I
flat.
hope I hope that one day you will get a chance to go to Georgia again.
Thank you.
So, everyone, that's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for listening. This show is inspired by English learners. In the description, you will find the link to download a PDF file with some of the interesting language that we used on the show today. There you will find some little examples and definitions. I'll see you next time.